onboarding as well as helping it be less overwhelming for nonprofit professionals?
Yeah, I was gonna almost challenge the stigma that's out there of that nonprofit professionals are bad at implementing technology because I feel like it's something that one, if you just look at why we end up in this cycle where technology companies don't necessarily have the resources to invest heavily in what can be customer success or support or all these adoptions that we're certainly not trying to give up on as we're growing and scaling. And you can see it as just the cost models of, I think where the bigger challenge is nonprofits have such little funding for operational costs, unrestricted grant giving, where they can actually apply those funds back towards resources that would actually make their lives easier. And I feel like that's one of the bigger challenges that really exists within the sector is especially funders or donors love to give to specific programs and causes, but the people who are doing the work behind the scenes aren't really being as heavily invested in. And that makes the amount of money that they have to spend on technology products like ours and all of us in the room who are definitely trying to build, it's a lower budget amount because they don't have the tens of thousands of dollars that some of these larger companies do. And I feel like that's where that challenge becomes definitely a lot. But I'd say, as I see some of the comments in there too, it's a great call out and point that I think any technology company really needs to be doubling down on customer service and on
Yeah.
actually the onboarding process and making sure that people are actually learning how to use your products and technologies because that's where a lot of the magic does happen is in those first few calls where people can understand how they're going to implement these tools into their systems and their processes to make their lives easier. But it really starts where I think the ownership is on us to create good workflows and systems to allow people to adopt our products.